So, good morning, children. Today we are going to do with a grammar session, and it is on subject verb agreement. It is a very interesting topic, and it's very important also. Before we begin the session, I like to ask you about your friends. Do you like to get along with your friends well? Do you like to quarrel with them? No, isn't it? We like to hold our friendship. We be very friendly towards each other. It's because we just get along with each other. This getting along with each other is what you call as agreement. Okay? Like that, in our grammar, we have two friends. One is the noun, which we call it as a subject, and the other friend is the verb. So here, how the noun and the verb are getting along with each other is what you call as agreement. So here in this topic we are going to see when all they are in agreement and when all they quarrel. That means when all they are going to be in disagreement. So first thing before to start with, I want to refresh your memory of what you have studied in your lower classes so that it will be easy for you to understand. For that, first we are going to see nouns as subject. That means subject, it is the person who is doing the action, the person about whom we are talking about. So always the subjects we are talking here in your portion as a noun. Now, nouns can be singular noun and plural noun. The first one we are going to talk about is a singular noun. Now, what are singular nouns? Singular nouns are those nouns such as the name of the person, place, animal and thing, everything should be in single. That means they all should be only one. Then you call them as singular noun. And we know very well, singular nouns do not end with yes. Isn't it? We don't use or we don't write yes for a singular noun. We write car, we write bus, we write trees. Isn't it? So we don't write trees, but instead we write tree. Isn't it? If it is trees, then it is plural. So car, bus, tree, etc. So all these are called as singular nouns. Now what is a singular verb? Singular verb, it is a verb. You know what is a verb, right? Verb is an action word. So all the words that denotes actions are called verbs. Singular verbs are actions which always has yes at the end. Okay? They'll have yes at the end. So remember, singular noun do not have yes at the end. But a singular verb has yes at the end. So I hope it is clear to you. When you see the example, you can understand eats, drinks, walks. So did you notice that, children? The S is coming up after the verb. So when you add yes, then it is singular verb. But when you don't add yes, then it is singular noun. Okay, so you must keep this in your mind. Now we are going to talk about the subject when it is called as a first person, when it is called as a second person, and when it is called as a third person. Now what is first person? First person means the person or the people speaking. Okay? When you are speaking to somebody, then you say I, isn't it? So you are the first person. I am speaking, isn't it? So first person, singular, it is I. Plural, when you and your friends are speaking, you say we, isn't it? So I and we are coming up in the first person as singular and plural. Now what is second person? Second person is the person or people to whom you are talking. Usually they are the listeners. Okay? So singular, it will be you. Plural also, it will be you. Okay, you use the word you for plural also. You don't say use. We don't use, do we? No, only you. Okay, even if it is more than one, we say you. Now comes a third person. The third person or people being spoken about whom you are talking. Those people are whom you call as third person. Okay, you are talking about your aunt, then your aunt is a third person. Okay, so the person or people being spoken about is what you call as the third person. Now, third person singular will be he or she. She is dancing. Okay, so she. Then plural, there are many people dancing, so they are dancing. Okay, so they. So I hope you understood now what is meant by the first person, second person, third person, and they are singular as well as they are plural. Now we are going to the next portion. Next will be after first person, second person, third person. We are going ahead to identify the various subject and the verb. Okay, identification of subject and the verb. Now I told you here we are talking about subject in the noun form. Okay, noun. So see this example, Ajay plays cricket. So to identify a subject, it is easy to ask a question. It's very easy to identify a subject. You simply have to ask a question. Who is the performer? Okay, so who is playing here? Ajay plays cricket. Who is playing? So Ajay is playing. So who is the subject? Ajay. So to identify the verb, what should you do? You have to ask a question. What is Ajay doing? So the answer is playing. So plays is the verb. So easily first now you understand which is the subject and which is the verb. So we understood the singular noun and the singular verb. Then we saw about the three different first person, second person and third person. And then now we saw how to identify a subject and how to identify a verb. Now we are coming to the main topic. The main topic is subject verb agreement. Now you know what is a subject and what is a verb. Now I told you subject we are considering here as a noun. So to make this noun and verb into agreement, we have to follow some rules. That is to make them friends, we have to follow some rules. What are the rules? Rule number A. If subject is singular, then the verb should be singular. Okay? If the subject is singular, then the verb should be singular. Rule number 2 or B, if subject is plural, then the verb should also be plural. Okay? Subject is plural, then the verb should be plural. Now this rule A and B will apply only when we are talking about in the third person. Okay, when third person is used, that means we saw third person, isn't it? First person, second person, third person. The subject in the first person, subject in the second person, and subject is a third person. So we saw for third person, for that only this rule will apply. Okay. Now we are going for the next slide here about singular nouns and verb agreement. So we have seen what are singular nouns. I hope you remember we saw. Now we are going to see how we are going to make that sentence at rule A for singular nouns and making the noun and the verb to be friends. That is noun and verb into an agreement. Now say the sentence, a flower grows. A flower grows. So what is the rule A? When there is a singular noun, there should be a singular verb. So what is flower? Flower is a singular noun. What is grows? Grows is singular verb. So I told you, and you have to add a verb yes with a verb, then that becomes singular verb, isn't it? So grow, you added yes, so it became singular verb. So flower singular noun, verb Singular verb grows. So it satisfies rule A. Now if you see the next rule, before going to the next rule, I want you to find the correct answer here. You would have seen the slide here. See here, the apple fall. The apple falls. Can you tell me which is correct? The apple fall or the apple falls? Yes, you are correct. The answer is the apple falls. Why is it correct? Because apple is singular now, isn't it? Falls is singular verb. So there should be an agreement between singular verb and singular noun. The first sentence, if you see, the apple fall. Apple is singular noun, but fall is plural verb, isn't it? Fall is plural verb, because for a plural verb it should not end with yes. Singular verb only end with yes. So the rule does not apply there. The rule says singular noun and singular verb. So here the sentence 2 is correct. The apple falls. Now see the next sentence. A boy dances. A boy dances. Now tell me which is the correct answer. Yes, a boy dances. A boy is singular noun or singular subject. Dances is a singular verb. So singular subject plus singular verb. Okay. Dance is plural verb. So singular noun and plural verb cannot go in agreement, isn't it? So a boy is singular, dances is singular verb. So that is the correct answer. Now when we scroll to the next slide, you can see plural noun and plural verb. So I told you about singular noun and singular verb. Now plural noun and plural verb. Now you know very well, plural noun will end with yes and plural verb will not end with yes. Okay, just the opposite of singular noun and singular verb. Now say the sentence, flowers bloom. Flowers is a plural noun, isn't it? Because it ends with yes. Bloom is a plural verb because it does not end with yes. So it satisfies rule B, that is, a sentence should have plural noun and a plural verb. That means a subject should be plural, will agree with a verb that is plural. Okay. So rule B is applicable here. Now will you find out the correct answer for this? The children play with toys. The children plays with toys. So which is correct here? The children play with toys or the children plays with toys. And the next sentence, the stars shine and the stars shines. So what is children? Children is a children, yes, child, children. So children is a plural noun, isn't it? What is play? Play is a plural verb, isn't it? Singular verb ends with yes. Plural verb does not end with yes. So the first sentence, children play with toys, is correct, isn't it? Because children is plural, play is the verb that is also plural. So that is in agreement. Second sentence is wrong because the children is plural, plays is singular verb, isn't it? Singular verb ends with yes. So there is no agreement there because one is plural and the other one is singular. So that is wrong. It cannot be the right answer. The next one is the stars shine. The fourth sentence is the stars shines. So stars is plural or singular? It is plural. Plural. The subject is plural. when the subject is plural or the noun is plural, the verb also should be plural. So here, shine. Shine is the verb. Since it does not end with yes, it is plural. Okay. So the stars shine is correct answer. Okay. You cannot write stars shines because stars is plural and shines is singular verb, because singular verb ends with yes. So the stars shines is not correct answer. The stars shine is the correct answer. Now when subject, that is, or we call it as noun, is not in the third person, I told you this rule, subject agreement, will always apply only when it is in the third person. Okay, that means the first person and in the second person it may not agree. That means this rule is not applicable when the subject is in the first person or when the subject is in the second person. Now let us see the example for you to make more clear. First one, I read newspaper regularly. I is the subject, isn't it? I is a singular subject. Read newspaper regularly. Read. So what is read? Read is a plural verb. So what happened there? There is a disagreement because subject has become singular but the verb has become plural. We don't write I reads newspaper regularly. It is wrong. I read newspaper regularly. So here what happened? The both have difference here. Singular and one is plural. So there is a disagreement. But it is okay with we. When we write we, it is okay. But it is not good for or right for I. The next one is second person. When you see second person, you read newspaper regularly. You read newspaper regularly. You is the second person. So you is one or two, only one. So it is singular subject. Read. Read is what verb? Read is a plural verb. So what happened? Singular noun and plural verb. So it cannot happen. They are in disagreement, isn't it? So here this rule does not apply here. Can you understand? The rule does not apply here. So here you write it as only with singular subject and plural verb. That is only correct because there is no agreement here. Okay. So where will be the agreement? The agreement will come only when you write it in the third person. That means this rule of plural subject plus plural verb and singular subject plus singular verb will be applicable only in third person. Can you understand? Don't worry about this rule in the first person and in the second person. It will not be there. Can you understand? So, the third person, when you see, they read newspaper regularly. Who are they? They is a plural subject. Read is a plural verb. So, plural subject and plural verb is in agreement. Can you understand? I hope now you understood. Where does this rule apply? So you cannot apply this rule in first person or you cannot apply the rule in the second person. You can apply only in the third person. Now if you see in your book you have mentioned on page number, it is on page number 20 if you see, 18. If you see page number 18 you can see this person, verb and object. Okay. If you see the first one, that is three persons, it is meant first person, second person and third person. Subject as the first person, subject as second person and subject as a third person. Now you see the subject as the first person. I told you I and we. So in the beginning I told you what is first person, second person, third person. I hope you remember. So I and we is in the first person. So I is singular. Of course, we is not singular, but I is singular. So we are talking about here I. So what is happening to the verb here? I play. We don't say I plays, I play. So what is that? The verb is plural. So in the first person, the subject is singular and the verb is plural. So there is a disagreement. The rule does not apply here. Second one, second person, if you say it is you, second person is you. You is singular, only one person. We say you play. So play is what? Play is plural verb. So singular plus plural. It did not work out. It is disagreement there. So the rule does not apply in the second person. Now comes the third person. Third person, he plays, she plays, it plays. All this is what we use. He, she, it is all singular. Okay. The subject is singular. And the verb is plays. Plays is also singular because the verb ending with s is singular. So there is an agreement. I told you in the third person you will get the agreement. Okay. So the rule can be used only in the third person. Again, if you say they is a plural. Isn't it? They is plural. There are many people there. So they. When you say they, you will not write as plays. They play. So they is plural. Play is plural verb because it doesn't have yes there. So it is plural verb. So they play. So here plural plus plural. So there is an agreement. So as I told you earlier, only in the third person this rule can be applied. Other places this rule cannot be applied. So this is all about the subject verb agreement. In your book, again they have written about singular and plural. I'm sure you know it. Earlier you would have studied. Singular is means, plural is are, was is were, has is have, does is do. Okay, so that is singular and plural. Now using this particular words, okay, you are supposed to do a lot of exercises. You will get it in Google form. Now I hope you understood this subject verb agreement. Only thing is you must know what is a subject, that is a noun, and what is a verb, and you must know how it is said in a singular form and how it is said in a plural form. Then again we see it is in the three subjects in three forms, that is the first person, second person and third person. And again I told you the rule will be applied only in the third person, it cannot be applied in the first and the second person. Okay, on this basis only we are going to make the sentences. So is that clear to all of you? I hope I made it clear. When you do more of exercises, it will be easy for you. Okay children, so that is all about today's session. Bye. Take care.